because with powder foundations, if you don't prep your skin properly underneath, it can end up looking kind of cakey. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, then welcome to my channel, which is all about makeup. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to apply powder foundation. It's perfect for beginners, but it's also great if you already have a bit more knowledge about makeup. So either way, I think you're going to love this tutorial. I'll go through literally everything when it comes to how to apply powder foundation. So keep watching, and if you like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. You can also catch me on Instagram, where you can watch my stories for daily beauty news and some PR unboxing. Now let's jump straight into the video. Okay, now because we're using powder foundation, you really want to make sure that you've prepped your skin well beforehand. So you've got to make sure you've got that really nice hydration under there, because the makeup that we're going to be using is powder. It's a lot drier, so you don't have that kind of liquid hydration or the hydration that would come in most foundations. So we've really got to make sure it's well hydrated. Now I already have my serum on, which I've already put on, which is the Magic Serum from Charlotte Tilbury. And now I'm going to use my Magic Cream Light, which is just the lighter version of the Magic Cream. And the reason I'm using the light version today is because I've already got serum on. So I don't want to go like super heavy. I also want to go in with my SPF, because some foundations have SPF. The powder foundation that I'm using today, I don't believe it has SPF. So I'm going to go in with my SPF, and that is the Sarah Chapman Skin Assist. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but it's the Skin Insurance SPF 50 Invisible, which is such an amazing SPF. Honestly, I started using this a few days ago and I'm hooked. I honestly cannot use anything other than SPF 50. I think mainly because it's natural that you look at your mother's skin, you know, I always find that that's really important. Look at your mother's skin if you can, and that will usually tell you, you know, where you are probably gonna age. Like for example, if you're like, my mum has discoloration, which she hates, and I always try and help her with what products to use, but she really doesn't like the discoloration, and I already started seeing some come through in the exact same places where she gets it. So that's because of that, I tend to make sure that I really look after those areas even more so than the other areas, because I know that that's probably where I'm going to get some kind of discoloration or pigmentation issues. So they didn't have as much available back then. Like my mum just used to swear by Astral cream, and that's what she used daily every single day as her moisturizer, and then to take her makeup off she'd use Anne French. I don't know if any of you ever remember that, but it's like a milky toner which removes all of your makeup and cleanses your skin. That's all she did, and her skin is amazing, but she has, as she's gotten older, developed like pigmentation issues. So I just want to make sure that I try and kind of slow that process down for myself, because I can already see those areas kind of standing out in my own skin. So that's why I always opt for SPF 50, because I know I've got the highest protection from my skin, I live in Dubai, so you just cannot hide from the sun. So you've just got to really make sure you're protected. Another thing that I love about it is, and it says actually on here, it's a skin enhancer with SPF. So it actually is a really great product to just smooth your skin, and it just gets it ready for makeup as well. So I feel like it's not one of your typical SPF. You know, when you think of SPFs, I don't know about you, but every time I've used an SPF, well, not every time, but most of them tend to be very like super fluid and milky, and it just leaves like this white horrible finish on your skin. I don't get that with the Sarah Chapman Skin Insurance, it's called. I don't get that with it at all. So I feel like it's perfect for pre-makeup application. Because we're going to be using a powder foundation, now we're still going to use a normal concealer, because there are no powder concealers, and I don't think there should be, because I feel like you need a concealer which is liquid or cream or opaque, just enough you know, there's some fluidity there so that you can blend it in, because the powder concealers, I don't even know if they exist, but they just wouldn't work. So I'm going to use my usual, which is my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium, and I'm just going to apply this around the eye area so I can get that coverage there. That's the only place that I want to really apply coverage, because I really want you guys to see how to use a powder foundation without any concealer anywhere else. So the only areas that I am going to conceal are my dark circles, which are pretty bad, and I feel like no foundation on its own is just not going to cut it for these dark circles. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my lids. So I'm just going to apply a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder in Light Banana, and I'm just pressing in this powder on my lids. It's a very fine powder. Okay, there you go. The lids are covered. Let's just apply my concealer on my under eyes. Okay, so let's blend this in now. I'm just going to buff it in. I don't want to spread the concealer around anywhere else on my face, because I want the powder foundation to kind of work on those areas. Now I've applied my concealer around those areas, and as you can see, it's kind of gotten rid of those dark circles that I had. Now I want to be completely honest with you, because you don't have to use cream concealer. Like, if you feel that your skin, like, you don't have dark circles and your skin tone is pretty even, then maybe you can go straight in with the powder foundation, in which case skip this concealer part and then go straight into the powder foundation application. But I wanted to be honest about how it works for me, and I really wanted to show you how you can wear powder foundation, which is very easy and perfect for beginners too. Now, the powder foundation that I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I'm using 2 shades because I like to use a slightly lighter shade around the areas like my eyes and areas that I want to kind of highlight, and then I like to use just 1 shade darker for the other areas of my face. But saying that, it doesn't mean you have to, because ultimately you guys want to know how to apply powder foundation. This is how you apply it. Whatever colors you want to use is completely up to you. You can use 1 color all over and then go in with your bronzer or whatever you want, whereas I like to use 2 colors. So don't feel that you have to use 2 colors at all. I do get a lot of people questioning me, like, how do you set a powder foundation? Because it's powder, you don't need to set it. So that's the great thing about powder foundation. You don't have to set it. It's kind of all in one. It gives you that coverage and keeps it in place too. So you don't need to go over with a setting powder or anything. Now, the first color that I'm going to use is number 300, and that's kind of perfect for my skin tone, although I do feel it is slightly lighter because I'm pretty tanned at the moment, as you can see here, whereas my face looks pretty white in comparison. Okay, now I'm going to use the sponge that actually comes with the powder foundation. So it actually flips up and then you've got this really nice sponge underneath. I like using that for the under eye area, and then I go over with a brush. So first thing I'm going to do is just get rid of these lines here, because I know there's, like, the product is starting to collect on my under eye area because I haven't set it. Now, very quickly, I'm going to go in with my sponge. I'm going to take some of the powder on top, make sure it's right up until the edge of the sponge. So you can see that it's right on the edge. And now I'm going to press. Same thing on this side. And I'm just doing my under eyes first. Okay, now I'm gonna get my Real Technique setting brush, and I'm just dipping this into the powder, and now I'm very lightly going over this under eye area. Very lightly, I'm not packing. I already packed on the product with the sponge. Now I'm just kind of like dusting over it. So now my under eye is kind of like set and covered with that powder foundation. Now this is where I want to go into the rest of the face, and I'm going to use my Fenty 115 brush, and this brush is perfect for this powder foundation because you can really buff it into the skin. Now I'm going to start with the forehead and work my way down. The reason I did my under eyes first is because I didn't want that creasing to kind of like keep building up there, so I just wanted to get rid of that, so that's why I've done that. So that's just done. Okay, so now what I'm doing is just buffing this into my skin. Now, for the rest of the face, I really like using this brush because I feel like it just covers everything up, but it's just easy, and I feel like I'm not just scraping powder foundation and, you know, just layering it on. I feel like this really kind of buffs into the skin really well. So we're gonna go over the nose area. Okay, so now I'm going along the jawline. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my 310 shade, and I'm just going along the cheek area here, and this is just going to give me some depth at the same time. Like I said, you don't have to. So I use the larger brush for most of my face. I'm going back in with my Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to go around the areas which are kind of smaller and just require a smaller brush. Okay, so I've just added a little bit of brow product. I really wanted to just focus on the skin for this video with you guys. So I want to finish off with things like powder, bronzer, just to show you, you know, like how you can still use that on top of powder foundation. And obviously I wouldn't recommend using anything like a cream blush on top of this because the order of texture is very important. So you can't go in with a powder and then on top of that go in with a cream, especially a cream blush, like especially a stick or anything, because it's just gonna, the product is all gonna collect and just move around, and it's just not gonna look flawless at all. So I'm gonna go in with my Fenty bronzer, which is the Shady Biz color, and I'm using my 200 Fenty brush, and I'm just gonna very quickly sculpt my nose very lightly, just so that we can see what this looks like with this whole powder foundation. I mean, you guys know how my skin usually looks with foundation on it. So, you know, this should give you a good idea of whether it's something maybe you prefer, or maybe you'll end up preferring liquid foundation. Okay, so I think we've like contoured my nose a little bit. I didn't want it too much, just a little bit. So that's done. I'm gonna use my usual bronzer, or the product that I love sculpting with. So this is the Benai Media Pro Pressed Powder Compact in, what is this color? Honey Spice. And I'm using my Hourglass Dual powder brush, and I'm just gonna sculpt my face a little. And you'll understand when you apply powder foundation what I mean by making sure that your skin is prepped underneath properly. So you've got that really nice hydration that keeps everything, keeps all that moisture locked into your skin, so that the powder foundation doesn't kind of like dry your skin out, and it doesn't look cakey. Because with powder foundations, if you don't prep your skin properly underneath, it can end up looking kind of cakey. I feel like that's good. Now what I want is just a little bit of color on my cheeks. I'm gonna use the Glowish. It's Glowish by Huda Beauty. It's Healthy Peach. So I'm gonna use this with my, what brush is this? This is the Odist 011 brush. Oh, that's a nice color. First time I'm using this. Oh, that is a really nice color. That is much better. Now I feel like we've got some color on the face, whereas I felt like it was looking a bit flat. So now that you've seen how you apply powder foundation, I hope that that kind of like maybe pushes you in the direction of trying it. And what I will say is powder foundation is amazing if you have oily skin, or if you feel like you really develop a strong shine throughout the day, then powder foundation may be the right way for you. But I really wanted to show you how to apply it, because sometimes a lot of people feel a bit intimidated because it's a powder foundation. It's like they just think they're gonna look really powdery. Whereas as you can see, it doesn't actually look powdery. Now, granted, I don't have any eye makeup on. I've put a little bit of everything on, like a bit of lip gloss. And we've got some blush on so that you guys can really see what it looks like, so that it doesn't look super flat straight after putting powder foundation on. But that is, the same goes for liquid foundation. So it always looks a little bit better and put together when you have everything else on. So I really do hope that this kind of gives you some confidence in trying it. And again, if you have skin which is maybe dry, then you can still use this, but just really go all in with that skin prep, with your moisturizer, your serum, to really hydrate your skin and lock it all in. Because then you can still use powder foundation, but you've really got to make sure you get the right products to give your skin that extra hydration if you have dry skin. If you have medium, like kind of combination skin, I think you can use either. It's kind of you're in a lucky position where you can use either texture foundation, but I personally love powder foundation sometimes, not all the time, because I feel like it's easy. It's just, there's not a lot of blending involved, and it also is great for on the go. So if you feel like you need a quick touch up, you can go in with it. Whereas with liquid foundation, you apply your liquid foundation, and then if you want it to last all day, you set it with setting powder. But if you need a touch up, it's a little bit difficult because then you go in with a powder foundation and it can end up looking cakey because you've got so many layers of pigment and coverage there. So hopefully that all makes sense and you've enjoyed this tutorial. So there you go, that's how I apply powder foundations. Now, I think I've more or less answered all the questions about powder foundations and the application process, but if I've missed anything out and you have any further questions, just let me know in the comments box below. Also, don't forget the products are listed in my description box below, so you just need to click on the links to head over there. As always, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.